What's going on, guys? It's No No just checking in, and today we're going to talk about the fact that I do have 90 days sober, but my stupid ass is feeling squirmy. I'm feeling squeamish. I'm feeling some reckless thoughts. And I'm dealing with some cravings. I just don't feel sturdy in it. I don't feel sturdy in it. The first. Oh, and by the way, if you don't like hearing me talk about this shit, please feel free to not watch these sort of videos. Don't take them personal. I'm not trying to push being sober on you. You do you, boo. You're good. We're good. You're just my family. You're my YouTube family, so I share what I think and what I'm feeling and what's going on with my life. Just a part of it, right? So hopefully there's something else on the channel that'll be of some use to you. But anyway, I have 90 days sober, a little bit more than that, and I'm fighting cravings, harsh. I did a video about cravings a little bit back, a little while ago, early April, and they've gotten worse. They've gotten worse, and so I am battling intuition, immaturity, cameras falling. I'm fighting with myself over this, and I'm trying to do the right thing. And undoubtedly, I've been more mentally and emotionally stable since getting sober again. It's always the way it goes. It's simple. It's a simple thing, in terms of what's right, what's wrong. I know better, but I'm a fucking garden variety alcoholic, and I struggle with maintaining my sobriety. I'm a chronic relapser. I remember thinking when I first got sober a long time ago, or when I first identified I might have a problem. This might not be normal the way I drink. It might be a negative thing. I should get a hold of this. I've always had that little voice in my head, my conscience, my little Jiminy Cricket telling me, get sober, stay sober. It's the best thing for you. And then I get sober, and then after a few months being sober, and I've made it longer than a few months. I've gotten, almost 2 years once. I got 15 months once. I got a year another time, 9 months, 6 months, sometimes 4 months, But then I relapse for like a week, and then I go back. It always calls me back because I always know in my heart it's the right thing to do. And then when I get to that squeamish stage, I resist. I resist the advice that's being given to me. I'm very immature in that way. I don't know why. Specifically how that works, I don't know if that's just the nature of an alcoholic. I don't try to excuse it that way. I don't try to be like make it a cop out. But right now, I've got 90 plus days, and I feel like drinking bad. I just want to take a fucking drink. I just want to watch a basketball game and get drunk and turn off my race brain mind. That's what I want to do. I feel the little devil on my shoulder telling me to do it. As being a type A type of person, my brain rarely shuts off. A lot of you guys can attest to that. I fucking spin all the time. Though I have been more calm and more peaceful lately, and it's such a beautiful thing. It's something I respect so much. So when I have disrespectful thoughts like drinking, I'm just like I feel so defeated. I feel ashamed of myself. I'm like, come on, Noah. Like, better. You've been through too much. But it is what it is. This is another one of those videos like, man, I almost don't want to make it because I don't want you guys to see me in this light. I certainly don't want you guys to. Well, I don't mind if you judge me. I think there's something that come from that too. But I don't want to look bad in front of you. I would much rather tell you, hey, I've been going to meetings every single day. I'm working a program. I'm sober. I'm happy, joyous, and free. And it's just not quite like that. And it's time to go to meetings. That is like the missing ingredient. That's the one thing that everyone is saying to me who has any sort of stake in my life. They're all telling me, meetings, asshole. That's all that's left, And I feel like if I were giving myself advice, if I wasn't me, I would look at a guy like me and say, yeah, that's what you need. That'd be the best thing for you. Get some structure, get some community, get some accountability, get a program, get outside yourself, And I do get outside myself a lot in this YouTube thing by reaching out to other people, and I try to put a lot of effort into that too. But the point is, when addressing my alcoholic issue, I'm not going to hold on to the sobriety unless I get into a meeting and start working it. And that devil in my shoulder doesn't want me to go. Maybe in some cynical way, it's afraid that maybe I did have my last drink. And 99% of the time, I'm like, yes, thank God. I really pray I really did have my last drink. And then I have that 1% time where I'm afraid of that fact, and I miss it. I miss having a buzz. I miss that piece of that artificial, but I miss that peaceful moment when you're a bit drunk and you're just relaxing and you can't think about too many things. And it's just calm. And in a very stormy mind such as mine, that calmness is a valued and rare commodity, but it comes with a price. And I've always paid that price, and I've always reflected beyond it and said to myself, I can do better, I need better, I want more. I just want to be mentally stable. I don't want to deal with depression consistently. I don't want to be depressed all the time. I don't want to be anxious. And so then it always takes me back to being sober. It was something I had to deal with a lot before I had my mental breakdown, before I discovered my low T. And now that I'm starting to get more stable, and I'm so fucking grateful, I'm so glad, it's still there for me to figure out. It's still there for me to address. It's still there for me to understand and learn. And I don't want to reinvent the wheel. And I clearly need to take the advice that's being given to me, and I need to go to meetings. And I need to continue to challenge these negative thoughts. I need to continue to fight this voice that's saying, don't go to meetings. Just drink one more time, And maybe it'll always be that way. Maybe it won't. Maybe I'll go to meetings and I'll stay sober and I'll do as I'm told. And I'll get past this phase. I know a lot of people that say they have. I know some other people that say that part. Some of it never goes away, and who knows, I certainly know the last time I relapsed, things got pretty bad for me again. My mood just crashed. And it was painful, and I was so disappointed, and I don't want to experience that again. So, anyway, I'm psychobabbling, but that's what's going on with me, YouTube family. That's what's going on with me, and so I just wanted to share that with you. I wanted to be honest. I had a music video shoot that I did 2 weeks ago where I was surrounded by alcohol. First time having to see it in 2.5 months. At that time, it had been 2.5 months since I had seen alcohol, and it triggered me, and I'm an idiot. I shouldn't have been there. And for all the things I feel like I do that are positive, all the things that I do that are enriching my life, that are helpful to me. Hopefully sometimes I try to do some good things for other people too. I certainly have a very destructive sort of nature when it comes to the drinking thing. I've never sorted that out. Even when I have gone to AA in giant bundles for months, never seemed to be able to conquer that, I used to hear stories about people who relapsed a lot, and I would judge them. I'd be like, oh man, that'll never be me. And now I'm 27, and my history since I first had the notion that I should be sober when I was like 19, 20, something like that, it turns out I am one of those people that gets sober for long stretches, and then I relapse for like a week. And then I get sober, and I relapse for and it's not a good look for me. I'm not proud of that. And I don't want that to be I don't want that to be my whole story. So, I imagine some of you are just going to write, go to a fucking meeting, asshole. And touche, for sure. I know. I don't know what I'm fighting. The whole purpose, when I set out to do all this, was just to feel okay. Not to be depressed anymore. Find some quality of life. I feel like I'm starting to find it. And it's always playing with fire. To even think about the drinking. It's only done bad things, Ultimately. So that's what's going on in my fucked up mind. What's going on in yours? Thank you for letting me vent. Thank you for letting me get this out. Like I said, I would love to give you guys updates where I was just being constructive and productive in my life and not thinking bad things. But I'm garden variety. I'm neurotic. I'm a fuck up in my own mind, right? So I have destructive thoughts. I'm sure you guys can relate. And I would like to do it different. This is not my way of giving you the video before the video where I tell you I relapsed. I don't want to go there. I'm going to try really hard not to. And if God grant me the serenity to just go to a meeting, just sit there. I've been to enough of them before. Nothing bad can happen, being there. And I will continue to push through this. Go ahead and put Billy Crystal somewhere in your comment. And that means you stayed to the end, and you are my homeboy, you're my homegirl. That's right, I literally said Billy Crystal. Put Billy Crystal, write your comment if you're going to leave one, and then just put Billy Crystal at the end. Special happy kudo points from me to you for that, if you actually made it this long. Ugh! Classic psychobabble, look at that. I'm about that life. I'm about that psychobabble life. We'll do another video soon. I hope I don't have to say anything that's disappointing. Not that anyone's waiting on bated breath. To thy own self be true. I'm trying to be true to me. I know what's right in my heart. God give me the strength to follow through. Take good care, guys. And I love you.